Desert Isle Crafting. I'm Christy. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I hope you all are having a beautiful day. It is beautiful here in Arizona. It's not near as hot as it has been in the past at this time of year. And I was watching something last night about how next week is like a monsoon season starting early. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. That'd be wonderful to get some rain, but that's a little bit weird. So yeah, that kind of threw me for a bit of a loop, but we'll see what happens. What I have for you today are some cross stitch kits from VIP Cross Stitch. They sent them to me for review, and a massive thank you to them for doing that. I really love VIP Cross Stitch. If you've never shopped there, you need to check them out. They have great prices. They have sale prices. They start as low as I think 99 cents. They cover exclusively cross stitch. And I think I've mentioned this before, when you focus on a certain craft and no other ones, I think you tend to do it really well because you're focusing on that. So VIP Cross Stitch has everything you need for cross stitch. They're budget friendly. They have large sizes. They have all different count sizes. They have latch hook, knitting, crochet, yarn. And then when you look at their cross stitches, they have them broken down now where you can just look at spring kits, or you could just look at Joy Sunday kits, or even now they've added DIY cross stitch. So those now are named when you go to look. And I thank Natalia at Crafting Forever, or Forever Lovecraft. Lovecraft Forever. Jeez Louise, sorry about that, Natalia. I thank her for that because honestly, DIY cross stitch brand is not my favorite. And it's not hers, and it's not a lot of her viewers. And the quality just isn't there with those kits. So she contacted some of these companies and asked them if they could please put down or categorize those specific kits so that when you go shopping around, you can see which ones they are so that if you don't like that brand, you know not to order that kit. So thank you, Natalia, for doing that. They also offer crafts and custom where you can upload a photo and they'll make a cross stitch kit for you out of that, which I think is just so cool. So let's get looking on this. These are 2 kits and a little accessory. Let's see, I don't want to lose my little accessory. Okay, let's start with this. This is a seam ripper. I like this seam ripper. It was $3. And the reason I like this seam ripper is because it's easier to hold on to. You know, there are those of us that have arthritis in our hands that just need to hold on to something a little bit fatter for control. I know that when my thumbs are hurting, it's hard to hold on to something tiny. But this is a really nice, it's silicone, it's not super hard, and it's a great little seam ripper with a little lid to it. For $3, I thought that was a pretty good price. And I will be replacing my other little tiny one because, you know, some of these kits come with seam rippers and they're just so little. I think this is great. So much easier to hold on to. And for $3, I thought that was a really great price. Very, very happy with this. Okay. Now this picture is by one of those generic, I call it the generic company because it doesn't have a name, and it's a blue heart with a butterfly. I'm going to take it out so that we don't have all that glare. And blue is my favorite color, blue and yellow. So there's not any yellow in this, but the blue, oh my goodness sakes. Let's take a look at it now this way. And I just think that that blue heart with a butterfly is beautiful. And it's got, like, you know, gold swirls. Excuse me. I will put a picture down below, down here, so that you can see what it looks like. It's just so pretty. What a pretty picture. Comes with instructions. Great instructions. Looks like the same instructions as Joy Sunday. With your descriptions, how to pick your floss, tips and then how to soak it afterwards. But look at how big, goodness, look at how big this pattern is. It is so big that I can't fit the whole thing in. This pattern is massive. There is not going to be any mistaking symbols on this because it's just so huge. This picture has 44 different colors. And over here, I'm going to fold this up so we can see. Well, first I want to see the clarity on it, but very, very nicely printed. Very, very easy to read. It's got your graphing on the sides and on the top. So if you need to find a spot, your fabric will have the same graphing on it. If you need clarity on a spot, let's say a color smeared or something, you can use the graphing and find your exact spot to clarify a symbol. It has your measurement up here, which is 55 by 55 centimeters. It's 213 stitches wide by 213 stitches tall. Your item number over here, and then it says it's an 11 count. All good information. Let me get this out of the way. Boy, that's just so big, and that makes me so happy because they used to be so small. Now let's look at the pattern, because I'm really thinking that paper pattern is just as big as this fabric pattern. Okay, let's see if I can make this go in a little bit better. There you go. So there's all the same information along the top that you saw on the paper pattern. It is stiff. The edges are serged. I'm working on one of these right now. You can roll this up. You can scrunch it up. As you work on it, it will get softer. It's just starch. And they do soften up nicely. Now, there's a picture of it up there. And then here is the legend with your symbols and all the colors in DMC codes. These colors or numbers tell you on your floss card which one they are. It doesn't have the color chart like it had, I believe, on the paper pattern, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. The symbols on this will match the symbols on this. Very easy to read. You've got like a 40 here, which tells you that's a little bit of a color blocking area. There is a lot of confetti in this, but they're good size areas of confetti. I mean, where it's not going to drive you nuts. And I've got some big color blocking areas up that way. Let's check towards the bottom. And this is that beautiful butterfly in the middle. You can just see it. And with all these blues, my goodness sakes, it's going to be so pretty. Let's see what else we got. We got our little toolkit here with a nice reusable bag. I don't separate my toolkits when I get them from my kits. I keep them all together. You've got a little adjustable thimble like usual, 5 needles in a little red puffy ball. Okay, now the threads, the flosses. Let's see what we got. It's going to make a little noise now. Okay, we've got a hank way down here. So we've got one hank, and this is 823 dark blue. There is no black in this picture. There is no 310. Let's look at these colors. Oh my goodness. If you are a blue lover, if you love this color, this is the kit. I'm telling you, this is the kit. Look at all the different shades of blues. My goodness. And they're so soft. So soft. You got teals, and I love this color. This is like my favorite color. I love teal. We've got blues, green, turquoises, different shades, light teal. And then over on this side, grays, dark blues, some lavenders. And then here are more blues with a little bit, I think, of a light green. There's some like blue greens in here too. Just absolutely beautiful blue colors. And that's what drew me to this picture. I just was really curious. You know, these look like, honestly to me, I don't know if I'm right or not, but these look like AI generated pictures. And I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't know how well they translate over to a cross stitch, but I wanted to find out. These colors are just beautiful, especially when you love blue as much as I do. But aren't those just so pretty? I'm going to put these back in the bag. Now this picture was $14.24, and I think considering how big it is, I'll do a measurement on it here in a second, and the little toolkit and all this floss, it's a good price. It's really a good price. Prices have been going up with all the companies for cross stitch and diamond painting, just like prices have been going up for everything everywhere. Okay, let's see if I can get this way, and we'll do a measurement. So horizontally, I apologize for my voice, 19.5 inches horizontally, vertically, and horizontally it's a little over 19 inches. So the canvas itself, or the picture itself, is not exactly perfectly square, but it's so close you could probably call it that. But I just think that will be beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful canvas. Have any of you gotten any of these kits, of these pictures that look this way? I mean, and what have you found if you have done them? Do they look good? I'm just so curious. So I thought we would give it a try. Let me move that out of the way. And the next kit I got, because we've got 2 of them today, is from Spring. I know a lot of you out there like spring kits. I do too. I think they're done really, really well. And this is just some really pink roses. I don't like flowers in vases, but this is so subtle, this little vase down there, that it was okay with me. They come in a great, their packaging is awesome. They come in a great pouch that's reusable. You could use it for anything when you're done, even like schoolwork for kids. You could save it for that if you wanted to. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's look at this picture now. And I'll put a copy of this picture down below in the corner so you can see. But isn't that beautiful? Some pink. If you like pink, you like roses. And it looks like that little vase down there is probably just a little crystal something. And that one was okay. Now, nothing on the back. These kits come with great instructions. These are instructions for a pre-printed stamped fabrics cross stitch. Everything you need to know. One thing to remember with all of these stamped kits is damp hands, wet hands, anything spilling on it, because the ink will just, and then you'll be stuck using the pattern to finish it. Clean and care, stitching instructions, and little notes. So this instruction sheet is wonderful. That's another thing I like about Spring. And here is the pattern. It's on 2 pages. This looks like it's an 11 count. So we've got full stitch up here, 14 colors, then half stitch. I like that they have half stitch in here. Here's where it gets interesting. Mixed stitch. And people are like, well, what's mixed stitch? Mixed stitch is where you take, I'm thinking this is a 14, you take a strand of one of these colors and a strand of this color and put them side by side, and then that's where you'll stitch in the area. That's where you'll stitch in the symbol. I'm going to have to look for that. And then we have two back stitch colors. Now they show you 2 pages for your pattern, for your picture. And there's a QR code. So how about we take a look and scan that QR code and see what comes up with it. Give me just a second here. Got to take my phone out of airplane mode. Okay. Okay, let's scan this. See what comes up. Actually, what comes up is just other spring. It's in Chinese. Other spring patterns and pictures that you can buy. Maybe a few instructions, but I don't know if you can switch it over into English or not. Yeah, it says the page can't be translated. So, had to check. Had to check with that. So that's going to be really interesting. Here's some absolutely beautiful floss. They give you 2 needles. Beautiful colors of pink. Kind of doing this a little backwards, but we've got the greens, many colors of greens, 6 colors of greens, pinks, a light lavender, yellow, some red and darker pink, greens. Just the perfect colors for this picture. And then they package the fabric separately, which I like because it really does keep it nice, doesn't it? Okay, let's look at this. The edges are all serged. Now they do have a legend along the side here. I want to check something really quick. Okay, so when I compare the legends, I wanted to compare. So these are really just color charts that show you the color of the thread. Now down here, this is the half stitch legend. This is the full stitch legend. Down here is the blended legend. So anywhere you see this dark red color is where you're going to do, it says color number 1 and color number 3. On here it says color number 1 and color number 3, and it gives you the two DMC codes of those 2 colors. So you'll just take 1 strand of each, put them side by side through your needle, and you'll just stitch with those colors here. The half stitch ones would be like at the tips of your leaves, coming down like this. That's for the first color up here. So I think that'll be really pretty because it'll be a bit of a contrast of colors. How pretty is that? That's pretty busy, but yeah, I don't think that's bad at all for confetti. And it's printed so clearly. I highly recommend spring kits. It's 145 stitches wide by 145 wide by 135 tall. Let's do an actual measurement on it. So it is like 12 3/4 wide by about a little over 12 1/4 tall. It's a beautiful kit. I mean, it really is. They serge the edges. It's well made. It will soften up, and it will make a really pretty picture. I think you should check these out. I don't think their prices are bad. This was $8.91. It says an 11 count. You use 3 strands with 11 count. So I will have to, on these mixed stitches, check and see exactly how much of one color, because you're supposed to use 3 strands with an 11 count, right? I'll look on their instructions because their instructions are so cool. And we'll see what it says about that. So I have 2 beautiful kits and a really helpful good tool. I love the thick-handled seam ripper. That will go into use today, replacing the old little one I have out there. These were a great price, very good quality kits. I have a discount code for you, Desert07 for 7% off. I will put it up on the screen and down this description, and put it in your cart at checkout. Put it in where there's a spot for promo code or discount code, exactly like I have written it, and you'll get 7% off your order. They do have some great sales going on right now. If you buy 4, you get 1 free. Buy 8, get 2 free. Buy 12, get 3 free. So please go check out DIY Cross Stitch, or VIP Cross Stitch, sorry. VIP Cross Stitch. They are a great shop. Very happy with them. And if you haven't been there, please look at them. Thank you, DIY Cross Stitch, for sending me these kits for review. And to all of you, please forgive me for my babbling and for my blah, blah when it comes to words. I don't know. I just am not drinking enough coffee this morning, I guess, and need to wake up a little bit more. So I'm not usually like that. Please forgive me. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye.